All right. We have, after all of the fiascos and all of the nonsense with everybody in their introductions and everybody in their backgrounds and the tricks and the stabbings and all that fun stuff, we have everything is ready to go for our first episode. And I did mention in the world intro the whole, let's call it a circus with the old system. They have since retracted their statements and retracted everything else, but we have already proceeded too far to go back. So we are going to still continue the Learn With Us adventure that I was talking about. So we have our 3 intrepid adventurers, or maybe not intrepid adventurers at this stage, but they are currently trapped in a dark room, having been variously kidnapped in different ways. And they are in a room with the murals on the walls, which, for those who need a refresher, it is the western wall is a mural of a stormy night. Lightning strikes seem to strike and move and flash, all as you look at this mural, like it's a moving picture of a lightning storm. The northern wall is a snake that is eating its own tail, all once again in motion. And the eastern wall is an elf wearing a mask with his arms raised. On the mask is an intricate woven pattern that runs from the where the hairline would be on the head down to the chin. And inside that mural, the little homes and villages and all the different buildings are slowly collapsing as this elf stands there. And on the southern wall is a scroll of parchment that unwinds. A quill writes on it if it's viewed, and it appears to be writing down an intricate paragraph that I do not currently believe any of our current players can read. So they start off in this dark little room. They had the last member thrown in. There has not been any kind of food been delivered. And they hear the ritual in the northern room going at full pace. The voices start to raise up louder. The tenor and the commotion of the movement in that room start to get louder and louder. And they can actually hear through the wall, they can hear a fire roaring inside that room as well. So that is where we will start with the 3 of you in this room. You've had time to introduce each other. You've had time to talk a little bit. And then as this ritual starts to pick up in pace and fervor, that is when you probably think to yourselves, you need to figure something out.
I believe I was also knocking on the door, telling them to keep it down.
Yes. To absolutely no avail.
Well, that doesn't seem good. Also, fires indoors. These people are crazy.
What is the door made of?
Stone.
Okay. I mean, at least it's stone. If there's fire, that should keep it out for the most part.
What if I try?
Yeah,
what if I try casting that spell like I did on the pebble on the door? Actually, we might die.
So the walls all around you are smooth sandstone. The floor is that kind of gritty sandstone.
So, I think Theo just kind of like kicks back a little bit, sitting on the floor. The lady with the wings that I met those years ago, I don't think what she says is going to come to fruition if I die here. I need to get out of this room.
What'd she say?
He thinks something about short lightning and a man who talks to himself, and then touching a wall with a storm on it.
Hang on a second. You said a man who talks to himself?
Yeah.
Who'd do something like that?
I was warned about a wild man and someone who would talk to themselves.
See, I was warned about short lightning and wild man. And also to head towards the oasis. That's where salvation is. I don't pay too much mind about salvation, but it sounded important at the time. And it was also a winged fella.
Mine was an orc. He was introduced to me as an agent of fate, if I remember correctly.
I just remember the winged fella coming out of the closet.
I'll reach into my robe, I guess you could say, and pull out an object that I have in there and hold it out for everybody to see here.
Well, it's dark.
And it's a.
Please describe
yeah,
it.
it is dark. Well, I'm going to assume. Does it cast any kind of light?
Actually, when you pull this out, do you open up the pouch?
Yes.
So when you open the pouch, it has a very faint bluish whitish, like a bluish white glow to it inside this pouch when you open it up in this dark chamber.
So I pull it out, and it's a crystal that's like in the shape of a lightning bolt there. He gave me this when he told me that I would I may need to use it sometime in the future when I met the wild man and the one who talks to himself.
Well, let me know when you meet them. I'm looking for at least one of them.
I think we've met.
Wait.
Oh, so you think that guy's the wild man?
And actually, while you're holding this lightning bolt up, the lightning mural on the western wall, the lightning strikes actually have the same kind of dim glow that this crystal has. So whenever the lightning will strike on that mural, it actually has that dim glow that runs down the wall like a lightning strike would in reality.
Man, you got a present. All I got was shown a picture of a map.
Well,
Maps can be useful.
yeah.
I didn't get to keep the map.
The pretty girl with the wings told me to approach this stormy night. I guess he walks towards the stormy night and touches the wall. I don't.
So give me a. Let's see. We're gonna give I want to say a perception on that one, but there are other things you might be able to do. I think perception is gonna be the best for you to do. Actually, you could do crafting because you're a stone crafter, so you could use that as well if you wish.
I am a stone crafter. Crafting. All right, that's the number's the same. It's a 19.
So as you are viewing this mural on the wall, and you notice that whenever the lightning strikes flash down, there's a spot in the middle. There's a spot like right in the middle of this mural. The whole it's a 15 foot by 20 foot just mural on this wall. This massive mural, and in the middle, you notice that no lightning actually crosses onto the space in the middle. And when you feel around that spot, the stone feels a little bit rougher than the surrounding stone where the mural is at.
Yeah. Guy with the stone. Doric. Yeah, that's the name. Bring that stone over here.
I'll walk over to the wall and stand next to him. See, take a closer look at the wall also.
See if it.
What is
See if
it?
it
What did you find?
fits. He puts his hand where that spot was. See if that stone fits right here.
You put your hand where the rougher spot was, and there is a bluish white glow as the center portion of the mural folds in on itself and opens into a dark passageway.
Well, that wasn't here. That wasn't here before.
Now, inside this passageway, it is just once again another dark hallway. those without any kind of vision in the dark, which I believe is only Doric. So Doric, you would see about 10 feet into this little hallway is another door. The other two would not see a door in there. They just see a dark hallway.
If I pull the crystal back out, is the door still there?
The doorway in the hall, the door in the hallway is still there. Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm going to put the crystal back in my pocket and step into the hallway there.
Okay.
Are you
You
dead?
can move in there if you. Oh, sorry, I need to do that. My bad.
Theo is definitely going to follow.
Well, are y'all coming with me? Or do you want to stick around for the cookout?
I don't think I'd taste too good. As fun as it'd be to give them indigestion, I figure I should skedaddle. I'd like to, so this is like some loose, gritty sandstone on the ground. Can I, like, crudely write in halfling on it?
Yeah. You can attempt to write.
I would like...
It's pretty soft.
I'd like to write, your father's like goats a little too much, and then I'll follow the other two.
So let's see. We're going to... That needs to be some kind of charisma.
Well, funny you should mention it, because I'm pretty good at that.
Oh, jeez.
Isn't he crafting a message then?
I mean, I guess it would be crafting. So,
Hey.
There definitely need to be a crafting.
Hey, hey.
So first you need a crafting roll to see how well you're able to make the message.
This is the flat D20 then?
You have.
I don't have a modifier. I know no crafting.
Yeah, you do. I'm looking at your sheet. You have a +1 modifier to
I do?
crafting.
Proficiency
Folks,
tabs.
we are still learning this system, and I know
The button that's
Oh!
in my hand, the high five.
that's an 18. Now, would that be diplomacy or performance?
So your message, if you're intending it to be a threatening,
Oh, it's not
message, you
threatening,
want
it's
a,
just insulting.
intimidation.
I'm going to use some flowery
I'd say if
language.
As you're going to be some flowery language to kind of hide the insult, you're going to want to do a diplomacy
Yes. That's a net 2026.
check. So even you are not sure if it's actually insulting.
I just accidentally wrote a short play about the man and the goat. And that's how satyrs are born.
Yeah, Guy is not quite sure if he actually wrote something insulting or if he wrote them a compliment. He's not 100% sure.
Wow. I don't remember learning that in school. I became Johnny Bravo there for a second. Whoa, mama.
Alright, so you guys are all headed down the dark hallway.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's 10 feet deep, and there is a door on the wall at the other end of the
It's
hallway.
at least 3 halflings deep. Got it. Oh, I don't like that joke. Continue on.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, you could have said it was 1.5 halflings deep.
We're only like 3 feet tall in Pathfinder.
No, it's 1.5 halflings deep because it's 2 halflings makes 1, and then you have half a halfling again. So you have a halfling.
2 halflings and a quarterling.
It's just okay. So there's a door.
We're squirreling. Let's go.
Yeah, there's a door.
Who wants to take the lead?
Oh, I'll take.
mean,
No,
I'm-
you can see. Theo cannot.
That's true. So, God, I hate doors.
You want to talk about it?
Not particularly.
All right.
And I'll. Is it the same kind of door as the other rooms?
Yes, it looks pretty similar.
Okay. I'll just kind of put my hand on it. Is there a doorknob, or is it smooth?
It's a smooth surface, and when you push your hand on it, it doesn't budge.
I'll put my shoulder to it and give a harder shove.
You can do a athletics and see if you can push it open.
I'm just gonna grunt really. That was a 3.
Oh, are we picking the poop corner?
Theo looks very unamused.
It doesn't budge.
All right.
Well, Theodore, you got door in your name.
Well, I got us through the first door.
Step aside.
What have y'all got to contribute?
Theo just says, "Step aside."
I'll move out of the way.
Theo's gonna push the door open, or not push the door open, just open the door.
Have you tried pulling it?
Whether it has to slide, whether it has to push it, whether he has to lift it, doesn't care.
Yep. I know what you're saying there. You're going to attempt to open the door. You just try to open it, just kind of push it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
However, it feels like it's going to open.
It doesn't budge.
Does the stone? Put the stone.
I
Up
know.
to the door.
I was going to say, yeah. I'm going to pull the crystal back out and like hold it up to that second door there.
And it just softly glows.
Did the wing lady or the orc fella tell you anything about this part?
I was just told to approach the stormy night, man. If I had my stone tools, I could just break the door. But I don't. They took them.
So what haven't we tried?
I'm gonna all of a sudden take a step back from it, be 5 feet away, and throw the crystal as hard as I can at the door.
All right, so you throw this crystal at the door. When the crystal hits the door, the glow will flash in this room, so this room is suddenly just lit up in a bluish white flash. You'll hear a very soft, like thunderclap, and when you look again, the door is open.
Is the crystal gone?
Yes, the crystal is now a pile of pieces on the ground.
Yep.
Wow. So you must
I
be.
forgot something.
So you must be short lightning. Well,
Yeah.
comparatively to Wildman.
Yeah. So I'll walk through the doorway into whatever's next.
Yeah, here's the situation where Guy slowly starts to realize he's the one that talks to himself.
And he starts talking to himself, realizing it. He's like, no, wait a minute. I don't talk to myself, do I? No.
So as you step into this room, after that door opens and the room, like the door opens up and you see the next room, this smell just kind of wafts into the hallway. It's the smell of musty tomes, old paper, starting to degrade paper and sort of rot away, and a little bit of ink that's been spilled, and there's a very, very, very slight smell of mildew,
Ugh.
which seems weird in a building that's made out of sandstone.
Ugh. Smells like the old church.
There's broken shelves all around the walls. Some of the shelves are busted off. Some of them are broken. On the shelves that are still standing are piles of tomes, ink pots, quills, different parchment rolls, and you can see where some of the crates have, or some of the shelves have broken. The ink pots have fallen to the ground and have busted open. So there's ink on the floor.
So it's kind of like an old library-ish.
It's almost.
Or
It's
study.
more of like the where the scribes would store their supplies to add to a library.
Okay.
Like the empty tomes and scrolls, and then the maps that need to be charted. Like this is the room where all that would have been stored.
So there's no completed books?
Not that you can see. You can look at the books; they are all still closed, but you can't really see any. Like there's no titles on the bindings or anything; they're just blank bindings.
Is there a source of light in the room?
There is actually a very faintly glowing orb on the ceiling. It's very, very faint.
How high is the ceiling?
Higher than you.
I'm still tall enough to punch you where it counts.
Hey, hold on. Theo looks at the orb, and looks back at the companions. That's magic, right?
Throw me. Wait. If it's magic.
I could tell you that. Can I detect cast magic? Or not cast, flip that. Cast detect magic.
Yes, you can attempt to cast.
God.
You do still feel the effects of what you're feeling in that room.
I'm just gonna take a step away just in case.
So you go to cast. Roll me an Arcana, please.
It is a 6.
A 6.
Yeah.
So you roll you try to cast a spell, and you concentrate on it. And as you concentrate on the spell, you would feel a pop in your knuckles.
Is that like a good pop? I like popping my knuckles.
It's not a good pop.
No.
So your knuckles will crack and pop, and then you'll actually see underneath your skin as like a flash of light as you take 1 damage from a spell going off inside your hand.
Ow! That didn't work good.
Alright, well, if we all can't use magic, we need to find something to defend ourselves, because I do not want to get caught off guard.
So I have a question. Oh, benevolent
Yes, you have a
DM.
question.
1, how high is the orb? 2, how many books are we talking about? 3, are there any that look less damaged and or large?
So there are some books that look like they're a heavy tome. The bindings look like they're pretty strong and heavy. Their pages are not turned to where you can see them. The little light source on the ceiling is about 30 feet up.
Bummer. Well, some of these books look heavy enough you could probably whack somebody with it.
Nah,
I think he's thinking a little bit something more pointy and sharp.
you are correct, my friend.
Well, yeah, beggars can't be choosers. Well, they can, but they'll be dead beggars.
That's a harsh lesson.
Alright, so the door in this room, is it a regular door or still some more sandstone?
It's still the same kind of sandstone.
I'm not liking these doors.
Does anybody want any of these books? Otherwise, I'm just going to go ahead and try and push this door open again.
I'm gonna look and see if any of the books are still good.
All right, so you go to look at one of the books. So I need a. Let's go with a. So you could definitely do an Arcana if you want to try to investigate, because you would recognize the ink from your background there, guy. You would recognize the ink as the kind of ink they would use to write spell books. The ink that's still in the pots is pretty solid. It's pretty congealed. But you recognize the ink pots as the same kind
Yeah,
you
well,
would have
if any
seen
of that's
in
still
the Citadel.
in, like, a container, I'm gonna steal that, because...
So, Teens, yeah, you if you find a pretty heavy looking book that looks like it's pretty complete, and based on the binding and the kind of construction of the actual binding of the book itself and the actual covers,
fingers crossed,
it's
boys.
a very heavy duty
17.
leather. When you go to open it, when you turn it around to open it, the pages just fall out in a pile of this kind of mushy, dusty mess.
You're worried about looting when we're trying to escape.
Oh, shoot. I was hoping this would be worth at least a few silver.
I think speed is of the essence for us. And put my hand on the door and try and push.
I don't know about y'all, but I'd like to be able to eat when we get out of here.
I forgot this was not there because it didn't work, so there's that. It didn't work, whatever. So yeah, you push the door opens up. And you see in this next room, there is, don't walk in too far, buddy. There is a pile of barrels directly in front of the door. They're easily a good 7 foot tall, just a pile of barrels. That's the first thing you see when you first walk in. And then you can see over the tops of the barrels and kind of around the sides of the barrels, there are bookshelves that run all the way to the ceiling in this room. These ones, the shelves themselves are the shelf and the shelf level sags really bad. Some of them have started to splinter and break. They look like the wood's just been left in disuse and not maintained. They're starting to swell. And the tomes, what are on the walls, you do see just a collection of a bunch of them. There's Elvish, there's Gnomish, Halfling, Dwarven. There's actually a bunch of them that are the Dragon tongue. You can recognize some of the script from Dragon, but none of you read Dragon. And that is what is on these walls, on these shelves. And there's a big pile of barrels in the way.
Alright, so how much light is in this other next room?
So this next room is lit up much more to where you can see. Even those without the dark vision can see in this room. There are two of the same kind of globes that were in the other room that are now up above. They are significantly brighter. They are brighter. They're lighter. You can actually see them a lot more, and they sort of hover in the room. It looks almost like there's like a creature inside that's producing light. But you guys can enter this room and just keep in mind the stack of barrels is one tile. You close the door, so.
Theo will walk in first.
Followed behind.
So you can go to the south or you can go to the north. And give me some perception checks when you guys step in here if you want to be a little cautious.
Perception.
Which direction were the dwarven books? Could I tell?
So I'd say for the dwarven books, you kind of saw a collection of them kind of scattered throughout here.
Oh, okay.
But they appeared to be mostly on the southern walls where some of the dwarven books were.
I'll go kind of to the southern way and roll perception also.
Okay.
Perception, as Theo headed a little bit north, perception is 19.
19.
Perception.
Yeah, the one you pulled up from that shelf. The binding and everything was still in good shape. The cover was a little rotted, but the binding is still very solid.
Was the cover of the book at least still in okay shape?
See, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Don't like what?
You just rolled 2 private rolls on the thing.
I don't know what you're talking about. Wink, wink.
I got a dirty 20.
It's a dirty 20. Okay. Okay. What'd you get, Theo?
That's 16.
Yep. So what you get there, Theo?
19.
19. So yeah, you are all, as you're hiding behind these barrels, you hear some... You actually hear from the northern side of the room a couple loud squeaks. And on the southern side of the room, they're not quite as loud, but you do hear a couple squeaks down there. You all actually rolled high enough. So you know that there's something in this room.
Hey.
Guy things.
We gotta figure something out. I mean, I could fight with my bare hands. Can y'all?
I am. What's the word they use? Squishy, especially without my magic.
Well, you're looking better. You look in better shape than me. So
You're
here,
supposed to
have this
how,
club of forgotten
Guy
knowledge.
feels.
And I
He's
handed
already
the book
wounded.
binding with a little ooh to make it seem more special. Is it the club of forgotten knowledge?
I'm calling it that.
1 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, this is going to be the secret MacGuffin to save us in the final encounter.
Club of Forgotten Knowledge. It's a one hand. Go with that. There. Price.
Oh my god.
Details. A simple weapon. It's a melee weapon. I guess it could be thrown too if you want to throw it at somebody.
Shouldn't it get a do they do improvised weapon bonuses?
No, I don't see one of those in here. I have simple, martial, or advanced. It's none of those. I'm just... Okay.
Well, it's official now.
Yep. I told you I'm making
canon.
it, so it's in there.
All right. Did y'all hear that squeak?
Yeah, I heard one down here this way also.
Hey,
It didn't sound real big though.
yeah, well, maybe we shouldn't be, across this little room.
I see a couple doors down this way. Which way do we need to go, y'all?
Well, I don't know which way we're supposed to go, but I know that, according to the wing fella, we're supposed to head south when we get out of the tower. And then
We're in a tower?
So you now have a Club of Forgotten Knowledge in your inventory, Doric.
Ooh.
You're welcome.
We came in.
need to-
We came in through the south door, not one room. Maybe we should head south. You wouldn't know which way south is.
I stick my finger in my hand and I hold it up
Ooh.
into the air as if I'm testing winds. And be like, "Yep, we're in a building."
If you stick your finger in your hair.
No, in my mouth. Just like people are like testing wind direction. They're like,
Yeah. But the first time you said
stick my finger in my hand.
I was just like, wait a second.
And these doors still look like sandstone doors, right?
Yes.
Sticking your finger in your hand sounds like
Right.
Google Translate.
So I will say, because you guys did get some pretty good perceptions there, The southern door appears to be pretty solid, pretty smooth. The northern door looks like it's got a little bit of wear from possibly people opening it. Like there's a couple grooves in it. So that's the difference in the doors.
Okay. Well, what do y'all think? Which door should we head? Or
We should see what's in the room first. So
yeah,
we should
I'm
see.
gonna. Yeah. Can I kind of peek my head around the barrels and kind of try and see if there's anything else I can see, like stealthily?
You're gonna try stealthily, so give me a stealth check and see if you can do said thing.
It is a 12.
And we're gonna die.
Hey, I got bad news. I'm not proficient in stealth, but I got better news. I rolled a natural 2022.
Jeez.
That'll work. That's
So you rolled a natural 2022, and then what did you roll, Doric?
12.
Theo's not moving.
12? So you two do the Scooby-Doo thing around the barrel, kind of peek out, and you guys see quite possibly the largest rat you've seen in your lives.
Wait, that's probably copyright.
And when you turn and see this rat will squeak and stand up.
Is it
So I'm going to need
bigger than Guy?
No.
Okay.
It's probably about waist high to guy. It'd be like a small
What do we
dog
need
for
to
guy.
do?
Initiatives. So I'm going to hit that button to make the thing. So hold on a second. Let me make it. Let me find it. I lost where I need to go. Where do I go? There it is. So now you can roll initiatives.
Is it with perception?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes.
I didn't mean to roll my die so loudly. Okay.
Oh, we don't get to see what we rolled? Oh, wait. Never mind. That's a
Nice.
lot of rats. Hey. There we go.
It's only 2 rats.
Oh, okay, my bad.
So,
I read Guy as a rat.
hey,
That's why I was trying to
Hey,
tell
hey,
him he needs to at least put a token
Hey.
up here.
I'm green.
Not in the initiative tracker, you ain't.
Well, I'm gonna let you guys know ahead of time. I have a plan, and it could get messy.
Oh, jeez.
Lay on, Macduff.
I don't have a plan, never mind. I read the spell description.
Alright. Well, what do you see?
I think the bigger problem is they see us.
What is it?
It's a big rat.
Just step on it.
It's a big rat.
It's as big as he is.
Well,
It's like you don't quite understand.
it's a
big
rodent
rat.
of unnatural proportions. And I think that
A route?
I
I've heard of those.
I think that's distinct enough to not be a problem. If you know, you know.
Oh boy.
Well,
Oh dear.
are we going to just stand here? Or
Are we in initiative now?
Yes.
All right. Who's up first? Guy, I think it's on you, man.
I would like to well, I'm going to try to cast a spell and probably explode.
Well, you need to wait till your turn. Oh,
Yeah,
your
what
turn.
do you-
Never mind. I didn't read the order right. Your white icon is confusing me.
That was a joke, everybody. That was a joke. So I'm gonna cast this little number, this little ditty I like to call Phase Bolt. I'm gonna point a finger
Phase.
and be like rat, and then I'm gonna try to cast this damaging cantrip.
Please roll me an Arcana check.
Come on, big money, big money. 19.
19. So, let's see. 19 there, and then I want to do a thing. Alright. So you are able to get this spell off, but it feels horrible when you use it.
Oh, I must be doing the classic way instead of the correct way.
It just feels really horrible when you try to use it.
That's what happens when you try to cast right-handed when you're a lefty. Anyway, I point at the rat. I say, "Rat, be gone." And is that a successful spell casting then?
It is. And now what does that...
So
what
I
does that
make a
spell do?
ranged spell attack roll against the target's AC. If it has any circumstance bonuses to AC, which is new words that I did not recognize at first. Is it using a shield? And if so, I think we need to just leave, because rats using tools is something I don't think I'm mentally prepared for. And is it using cover, which mentally I can handle a little bit better? That could just be circumstantial. If this thing's... If we're fighting a word that rhymes with Kespero, I cannot.
Well, you're going to have to excuse your GM, who I'm assuming it's an anime reference.
No,
He
it's a
doesn't get
book.
it, so. Oh, okay, whatever. I don't get it. So, either way,
Okay.
I don't get it.
There's also a movie, but that's not important. Is it using a shield or undercover? Okay.
It is not.
It's
For
not
either.
wearing some Groucho Marx glasses. Got it. What is...
Do you need a line of sight for that?
I'm poking my... I'm small enough to share a space with a friendly...
Okay. Because the game is saying that you can't see the thing. That's why I was asking.
I see something else that's concerning.
What's something else? I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I'll worry about that later. And I don't know where my spell rolling is. I'm so sorry, everybody.
You should be able to just go into the spell and click cast.
You go spell casting, hit cast.
Yeah.
Spell casting is the wand with little twinkle stars next to it.
Yeah.
Attack.
And
Roll.
the blue button.
Oh wow! Does an 18 hit, my friend?
An 18 does an 18 hit? An 18.
If it doesn't, we need to leave. The rat is too powerful.
It does indeed hit.
Okay, well it's gonna take 4 ouchies, and I take 1 because these
4
d4s are very
damage.
sharp.
You're right. Alright, so it takes 4 damage.
And
Okay.
then, have fun with that. That's my other action, is to leave.
Step
Yeah.
back.
Alright.
I cast backpedal.
Don't say cast. He'll make you do an arcana check.
No. Cast as in,
Right?
I'm wounded, I need a bracing.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay,
there's
so that would be Theo.
Yeah. All right. Since the two little guys are blocking the way downward, he's going to head the other direction.
Okay.
He's gonna I guess just make his movement and get right up next to this thing is what 25? Yeah, that's 25 right there.
Okay. So yeah, you are now staring at
Cracks his knuckles.
large rat.
He's ready to punch a rat.
Okay. So it is Doric.
Oh, okay. All right. So since I have been graced with the Club of Forgotten Knowledge, I'm going to run up to the and I will strike him, lift the book high over my head, and swing down as hard as I can on top of the rat.
This is probably the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Knowledge is power, my friend. Knowledge is power. Even the forgotten kind.
And that's a 20 to hit.
Like I said.
I assume that hits.
20 to hit. Yes, that hits.
Roll damage. And that's going to be 7 damage to it.
Oh, that's what I did wrong. Okay. 7 damage to it.
Yeah.
So that rat is quite dead as it just gets smacked across its very large snout with the book.
Oh, no, I'm just completely plastering it into the ground. Just repeated blows, smashing it till it is gone, screaming in terror while I do it.
Well, if the rats weren't angry at us, they certainly are now.
And
Doric, you just obliterated that rat. So that rat is dead.
And I'm done.
Okay. The rat charges Theo.
Okay. He towers over the rat.
Does a
Hold on, let me.
25.
25? Yeah, that's going to hit.
This rat just runs up and just bites. Just bites the ever-living crap out of Theo. Doing... Does 2 damage to Theo.
Does that hurt, you little shit?
I'm over here.
Alright, so then that would be... I should do this fast, so... Guy, it is your turn. Good old guy, good old guy.
That's what his tombstone will say.
He was
And
a guy.
some say he was good. Others believe he was a pain in the ass.
Mm-hmm. And many thought he was crazy.
Wow. That worked better than I thought it would. Oh, hey, look. And I'm gonna point at the rat. Rat-a-tat. And I'm gonna try to cast that spell again.
Okay, give me an Arcana.
19.
19. Alright, so you're able to
It
successfully
feels
cast.
gross. I'm gonna pew pew. Exactly. Oh, I dropped my keyboard. But I caught it. Let's see. Thank God for cantrips, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Dirty 20. My favorite recurring character from other games.
Dirty 20, so that is definitely a hit.
I'm gonna take 2 ouchies.
2 ouchies.
Take that, rat.
That is the wrong thing.
Did you
wrong.
just
Okay.
heal it too on accident?
I put the wrong number, so I did the 2 as the health. It needs to be the 6 because it minus his health, not yeah. So I fucked it up. So I had to give it back health because I put the wrong number in. Is that it for
I
your
only
turn?
got 3 actions, so yeah. I moved and I fired. I stood my
Theo.
ground.
I mean, Theo's just gonna essentially punch the rat 'cause it's an unarmed strike. But considering it's below his shin level, he's probably just gonna step on it, like stomp on it.
Don't lie, you
Okay.
want to uppercut the rat.
Okay.
That's
Uppercut the
a
rat.
20
Okay, yeah, that hits. Good lord.
with 5 damage.
So the rat is still alive,
Wow!
but does not
Yes.
look great.
Yes.
I still step on it again. Fuck it.
Ah!
It's like, damn it, die. That's a 16.
Jeez. That is a hit.
That's another 5.
You didn't need to roll that. You didn't need to roll it. It had 1 HP left.
Still.
I'm gonna feel real bad if we find a bunch of rat babies.
So the other rat is also defeated. So there you go. You
We
have
solved
won
your
the
rat
encounter.
puzzle.
Theo looks at the other two. Hey, look, we got dinner.
Oh! Throw up just a little bit in my mouth.
I'm for a possum.
I'm gonna look over at Guy and go, hold the book out, bloody, and go, apparently words can hurt.
Yeah, just like sticks and stones. Except I only got grounded for the sticks and stones.
Alright, so we have a lot of doors.
Yeah, there's a lot of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there were at least 6.
So there's a door to the north, a door to the south, the door you entered from, and then there are large frames in the walls. They were one-time windows. They would be the debris has pretty much blocked them up, so you can't exit through them. But they are still you can still look outside. So you can look out of the windows. So those would be on the east and west walls are all windows.
I'm gonna peek out of that window and see what I can see out of it, if there's anything.
So when you peek out of the window, you have to kind of climb up a little bit. There's a couple gaps in the debris. There is a little bit of sand from outside that kind of floats inside when you start moving some of that debris around. And you look out, and all you can see, as far as you can see out, is just sand. It's just sand dunes and sand. You can see that the heat is rising off of the sand. It's not midday out. It's heading towards sunset. And just by standing up in that window, you can feel the heat coming off of that desert. It's just oppressively hot outside that window.
Is the sun rising or setting?
It's going towards
Remember, I was
set.
asking.
How high up are we?
You guys appear to be pretty close to ground level, to be honest.
Just
Need to find a
dumb
way
question. Sunset in the west still?
Yes.
Okay.
Which way south?
Down.
That's not how compasses work, friend. You can tell me either this away or that away.
Well, what do you all think? Do you think we should try a door or try to kick our way out of the window or something?
I like to have my gear back. So
Oh, God, yeah.
we should probably try a door. This one
That's a good
seems
point.
like it's been used a lot more.
I would like to hand back the Club of Forgotten Knowledge. I've never.
Oh no, I'm holding on. No. You're gonna have to contest me for that.
I mean, I wiped it off on one of the shelves.
Use the carcass.
I killed a rat with it.
Yeah, well, I've never been much of one for the clubbing scene.
I'd like to see you try and take it.
Oh, I thought you tried to hand it back to me.
No, I was holding it.
Oh, I was confused.
Thought you were
No,
taking
I was
it
trying to
from
give
me.
it to you. I thought you handed it to me. I'm like, hey, no, you should hold on to this.
Oh, okay, yeah. I thought you were trying to take it away
This
from
is
me.
my
Like,
confusion.
fuck off, this is mine.
Oh boy.
Jeez.
This is now going to be a valuable tome. I shall record our adventures.
There's no paper.
You're gonna make it stronger, make a stronger weapon by putting like sheets of iron in it or something.
Nah, eventually we're going to dip it in mithril. Or is that word
All right,
copyright?
let's restart this.
Dang.
No, it's
Oh.
great. Everything's Creative Commons now.
True.
Okay, so you have decided to go through one of the doors. So which door are you going to try to use? North or south?
My pa always told me, when in doubt, split up and look for clues.
Let's not do that. Like I said, this door's been used a lot more.
It doesn't that mean that the jagged cultists might be out there with their jagged culty knives?
Look,
Yeah, but they're also the ones that took it from
And we
us.
do have the Club of Forgotten Knowledge.
I side with Theo. Let's try this one that's been well used.
All
Theo's
right.
gonna push the door open.
Okay, so Theo is going to push the door open.
Yep.
So give her a click.
Give her a click.
You click on the door, it'll open up.
What?
More
So,
doors.
You're right. Don't step through. Hold on. Wait a second. Hold up. When you open the door, there is a pile of
Yeah, that's-
rats straight ahead.
Fuck me.
They see you. This room is just filthy. There's piles of debris. There's piles of debris. The door past the rats, you can actually see the sand starting to pile up. The door doesn't quite close all the way. It's partially off kilter, just a set of double doors. And through the opening, sand is able to flow in, and it looks like that's how the rats would have entered. They are currently eating from a backpack. You guys all see your individual backpacks in here. They are mostly past the rats. However, let's see. Who is the lucky one? Who is the lucky one? The lucky one is Doric.
Oh,
The rats are currently eating out of your backpack.
awesome.
And they have spotted you. You have spotted them. We are going for another initiative.
Another initiative. Woo! Oh, I like that roll a lot better.
I like their roll.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm going to actually go into Doric's
Ugh.
items here.
Oh. Okay.
So when you find your kit, you're gonna find out something when you find your kit.
Oh no.
Yeah.
All right, so the rats see you, you see them. We begin the encounter. The rats have a do.
Bear with me. What happens weird with my mouse or the screen is because I'm trying to shift the map. The map is stupid.
Oh, a Mac. I do feel sorry.
So I just gotta bring a freaking mouse. That's the thing. Not a freaking mouse with right click. That's all I want to
But these are rats.
do. That doesn't work either. Screw it. Okay. Just gonna go with that. Alright.
Okay, so the rats are going to charge.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And they are very fast.
Man, I'm glad I'm at the end of this terrible caboose. This train of danger.
Theo is right inside the doorway.
That's a giant rat.
No, it's a rat swarm. It's a swarm of rats.
And they're all frowning.
Many rats. I know. I love the icon. It makes me laugh every time I see it.
Alright. They charged.
Yep. Okie dokie. So they charge. Okay, so that's what that does. What does this do? Okay, so that's not something to worry about right now, because you have those abilities. Okie dokie. So I need Theo to make a reflex
I'm
save,
really
please.
good at this, actually. I am significantly good at those. It's a 28.
Oh my!
Alrighty then. Okay, I see you.
That's a nat 20.
So you do not take the bonus, but you do take 5 piercing damage
Little shits.
as these rats start biting at your legs.
Ah, you little shits. There's a lot of rats, right?
Yeah, it's a swarm, so it's many rats. Many rats biting at you.
Let's see.
So that is the next turn. That's Theo.
All right. So I can see my gear, right?
You see it across the room, so you have to go past. You have to go through this swarm to get to it.
Yeah, fuck it. He's gonna run through the swarm. They're already on top of him anyway. Yeah, run through the swarm. That was weird. Run through the swarm. 1, 2. Did I take an AoE or something?
No, you take it because you're just in their
Okay.
space. So
Cool. I am at my gear. I'm going to equip my axe and shield. Because, fuck that. This feels better. It's just turn. That's all you can do.
Okie-dokie. So Doric.
So, all creatures within its range. That's not really good. Okay. You know, it worked good the first time. We're gonna do it again. I am going to again just scream in terror at the rats and bring the club of forgotten knowledge down upon them again. Just
I hope this works.
Oh, jeez.
Alright, what did I roll? Is a 17 to hit.
That is a hit.
And damage is 5.
5.
Oh, this is so funny.
And let's see, so that's 1 action. And we're just going to do it again for good measure.
Second verse, same as the
Okay.
first.
Continue into scream. Yeah. Yeah. How do I get rid of the modifier?
Hit MAP, the first MAP button.
Oh, just the MAP.
Wild.
Oh my gosh, my God.
Multi-attack penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's going to be a
It gets
19
worse and
to
worse.
hit.
That'd have been
That is a crit, actually.
yeah.
That's a crit?
So, whoops, I should have. Okay, hang on.
You're good. You're good.
Okay, let me.
Because you would roll.
Well, I can just click the crit button, couldn't I? Let's see.
No, it's not set up. So you get another 6 on top of that.
Okay, so that's 13.
I will, just for the listeners at home, whenever we do crits in games where I run, this is a rule that I've always used because I love it a lot. Any crit is maximum damage die. So if you have a D6, for example, like this book has, you would get 6, and then you roll the damage and you add your modifier at the end. So he rolled actually a 6,
So you
so
got
plus
max
1.
damage.
So yeah, that's just absolute maximum damage to these
This
poor.
club of forgotten knowledge is can end up being a family heirloom.
I told you, I'm protected. You can take this book when you can pry it from my cold dead hands.
And so you did 13 damage,
Yeah.
which is 1 less than its maximum health, but it's already been damaged, so they're
He
dead.
killed all of the rats.
He just smashes the rest of this book multiple times, just wipes them all out.
I'm just gonna stand there. I fucking hate rats.
Theo turns around after getting his axe and shield on. Oh, they're all dead already.
And then Guy decides not to tell him that it's just a bookbinder and that this might actually be a lost magic weapon. I don't know what the hell that was. It was impressive. It was disturbing. It was a lot of things. I think, honestly, what it mostly is best forgotten. That wasn't even an intentional joke, I promise.
So you were able to go past the rats and gather up your.
I didn't.
Got my gear back.
So,
Puts his armor back on. Okay, this feels better. There's sand in my crotch now. Thanks.
So it's Doric, your stuff's like over here.
okay.
Guy, your stuff's
I'm
over
so
here in
glad
this
that they
corner.
decided to pack my stuff for me.
So I will.
I mean, your stuff would have been whatever was in a backpack ready to go. So
Yeah. So I need to kind of inspect my pack since the rats were all in it and everything, and make sure there's
Correct.
none in there because I dislike rats canonically now.
I don't mind rats.
Oh, jeez.
actually take that down one more.
They're a lot smarter than you give them credit
So you're
for.
gonna notice that, and then you're gonna notice. Let's see. So yeah, when you go through your pack, you're gonna see there are definitely areas where they've chewed on things. They probably have actually chewed on your dagger, just like the hilt of it a little bit.
I mean, do you need it at this point?
And you are missing 2 of your rations. They got into them and started eating them.
Okay, that's not that bad.
Nothing too crazy, but
Yeah.
So there is the door to the north that is partially hanging open. There's sand flowing into the room, making a little bit of a mess. And then there is a door on the west wall, and there are 2 windows on the east that are covered. They're just full of debris. So you almost can't even see through those windows. They're so full of debris.
This is a way out right here. I think we should just leave while we have the chance. I got some rat bites to doctor up somewhere.
I can help out with that when we're resting for sure. I agree. Let's go. Cut and run.
All right, fair
If
enough.
I have to, I can push the door open.
Give me a strength.
Strength.
'Cause it's
I would
got
like
sand
to
against it.
stand beneath him and help push.
22.
Can I help you? Yeah.
I doesn't help. It opens. It's a very just like you have to really push and strain a little bit because all the sand that's built up at the bottom of the door.
I wanted it
But you are
be
able
like
to
Guy
push the
was
door
one
open.
doing it, but
That'd be kind of funny.
I'm the one who pointed out it's a pull door.
And as soon as the door is open, Theo is stepping outside.
All right, you step outside into the blinding bright light of the desert. There's sand as far as you can see all the way around you, except for directly behind and slightly to the east. Slightly to the east and directly behind you is the ruins of a massive stone structure. Up ahead of you are just dunes, and there's sand. There's sand dunes. There's sandy bits everywhere. You actually can see. You think you see off in the far, far distance to the north an oasis. And you actually do notice that it is coming close to sunset, and it is very, very hot as soon as you step out of that door.
So,
should we wait for sunset?
what did we need to do? No.
You know, follow me. We
No.
gotta go south and then west.
Is
South
that
and
what the
east.
winged lady
No,
said to you?
the winged fella.
Winged
Yeah.
fella.
South and then east.
South. All right, so we'll just cut out of the map here. So you guys are escaping.
Wait, I'm a dwarf. I have short legs.
Yeah, why?
Enough of that.
Wait. I believe it was southeast. I was looking at the map backwards.
It's loading.
Ah, man.
Wow. This place is a heap. But who knew they would have had such powerful forgotten weapons?
So yeah, as you are out here, I need a survival check from Guy because you have the map of you had the knowledge of the map where you need to go.
Is it just like endless sand, or is it like cactus every once in a while?
It is just sand. There are a couple oases that kind of dot the far reaches of your vision, but it is just sand and it is dunes
Okay.
as far as you
It
can
is a
see.
survival, of which I'm actually pretty good at. Maybe. A 14.
14. So yeah, you are able to remember where you got to go, and you're kind of following these the trails. You actually pass an oasis off to the side. It is not the one that you were told to go to on the map. You remembered that it was past this one. So you continue leading on as you keep walking. I don't know if the others try to stop.
Well, we're following him. He's a man on a mission.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, as you pass that oasis, it starts to become nighttime, and the heat is very quickly and very suddenly replaced with a cold, biting wind, as sand blows and comes across you guys, and that cold wind and the cold area around you is you went from the extreme to the other extreme. Passing the oasis, and then you walk for a little while longer. You've probably now been walking for about just In the heat, about 2 hours. In the darkness, about 2 hours. So you've a total of 4 hours since you left the temple, or the ruins. You can see behind you now, if you look, the tower that you were in is an absolutely just ruined. It's a ruined tower. The top looks like it got blown completely off of the tower. The walls are collapsing. It is an absolute wreck.
Like I said, what a heap.
And as you come up to the oasis in question, you would notice a very faint glow coming from the oasis.
I don't think that's normal. I haven't seen a lot of oases in my time.
You see the sort of palm trees and the different little high grasses that would be indicative of an oasis.
We made it. Probably rubbing his arms to keep him warm.
I've never seen anything like that before.
You're rubbing your arms to keep warm, and the only one that actually looks like he's fitted for or for cold weather is Theo.
He was probably roasting just like an hour or two ago.
He was miserable 2 hours ago, but now
we've traded places. So I had the nice breathable clothes.
You're actually from a very cold area too, Guy. Guy's from a very cold area as well, so he actually would probably also be feeling the little bit better in the cold, but it's definitely cold. It's colder than what he's used to at this time of year.
All right. So this is where we're supposed to find salvation?
Yeah, but we never did find that guy who talks to himself.
Just pats his
Should
shoulder.
look at Teddy and at Theodore and just shake my head.
People call me thick, I swear.
Well, it's not very nice. You don't look that big. Oh. Well, maybe we'll find the feller who talks to himself at the oasis.
Theo's just like, you know you're the one that talks to yourself, right?
No, I don't.
That's supposed to be you.
That doesn't sound right. Doesn't sound like something I'd do. Haven't done it since you met me, have I?
It depends.
Only a wee bit.
Depends what you consider talking to yourself. All right. So, what are we supposed to be doing here at this oasis?
Yeah, I helped get us out of the tower, so I don't know where we go from here, y'all.
Well, I got us to safety, so it sounds like, if we're going by order of importance, I think Theodore, maybe you're up.
Well, I opened I knew where the door was, but I guess he's gonna approach the water that's glowing. I don't know.
It's like a torch.
It's a torchlight. He's gonna go towards the torch.
Like a campfire. As you get closer, you kind of notice it's a campfire.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
this is what we're doing.
Let's get stealthy.
Hey,
Yeah, Theo doesn't do stealth.
hey, DM or GM,
I do.
Yes.
is
Yes.
a certain somebody back? Yeah.
Certain somebody. No, not yet. This whole desert, you still feel that kind of gross feeling.
Are you gonna find out later that none of this was actually sand? That it was all just flour powder?
Alright. So Theo doesn't do stealthy, so he's just gonna walk up to the campfire.
I will go stealthy.
I will go diplomatically. Well, howdy, friends.
So, yeah, as you approach, excuse me, as you approach the camp in the oasis, you would notice that there's a woman at the campfire. I don't know what that dice roll was. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You'll notice that there's a woman at the campfire. She has actually some food on the fire, and she does have some water out. And you do notice that there is a large tent that is set up. It's actually, looks like it has the coverings to help with the heat and cold. So she's sitting there, has a pot going for some food, and so Doric is trying to be sneaky. Is anybody else trying to be sneaky?
I'm not. 100% not.
I think I'm sneaky.
Yeah, that's probably correct.
Theodore knows better. His armor makes too much noise. Like, I'm not being sneaky. So.
What was that for?
If you look at the rolls, you'll
rolls.
see.
Oh, wow.
I think I've been found out. Just ever so
That's-
slightly.
As you approach, the woman stands up. She will she'll draw back with her bow on the approach, and then see the three of you. You notice looking at her that you thought she was human from behind, and when she is facing you now, you notice that she is at least partially an elf, because she has the big eyes that are featured of an elf, and you can't actually see the pointy ears. And then she'll still have the arrow ready, and she looks at you three, and just says, "Do you happen to be the wild man, the one who speaks to himself, and the short strike of
Well,
lightning?"
2 out of 3 ain't bad. Hi, Kyverson Fields.
Doric Meyerwood, yeah. And who might you be?
I am Kat. I'm supposed to take you to meet my benefactors. I guess you could call them. They hired me to do this task.
They're the folks with the jagged culty knives, are they?
No, the one that met with me, actually a couple met with me. There were 2 elves with wings.
Was there an orc anywhere around in there?
I did not see one.
Well, that's just cute.
Maybe he was real sneaky.
Elf with wings. A male and a female. Female with really brightly colored feathers.
Male with the predilection of coming out of closets.
Yes, I don't know about that one,
Whoa.
but they definitely were a male and a female, possibly related.
Yeah. She used to come to our village all the time.
Well, excellent. Have a seat, have some food. We will rest the night because the cult will be looking for you. Once the fire is doused, the tent will be hidden from sight. And we will make our way to Iron Lake. I don't naturally like the hospitality of the O'Briens, but that is where I was told to take
The
you.
who, the what now?
Not far from my home. Yeah, don't worry. They're just harmless racists. They're fine.
Don't know about harmless. They did recently conquer the city.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
But yeah, I would definitely suggest resting because once we move during the heat of the sun, it is going to be quite warm. But the cult will not try to follow you during the day.
Yeah, afraid of a little sunburn?
Trust me, when we make our walk, you'll understand.
Yeah. Oof. All right. This will be fun.
So who's going to watch for them during the night while we rest?
Well, we'd be smarter to stay in the tent because it has an enchantment to hide from sight when there's no light sources nearby.
We're-
And we're one of a good 30-some oases. So, luck's with us that they hopefully won't walk into this one. If you want to stay up all night, that's your prerogative, I suppose.
Not particularly.
Theo sniffs the food. It's not. I don't get the bad juju feels this time.
Oh, I'm totally eating my rations. I don't trust anybody else's food.
What exactly is this?
That's a collection of different herbs and spices, and I believe scorpion meat, if I remember correctly.
Well, I haven't had scorpion in forever. Eat some scorpion.
So it's basically a stew with scorpion meat.
Ooh.
That sounds crunchy.
Yeah, a little bit,
It's perfect.
But because it's a stew, it's nice and soft.
Yeah, I'll still be happy eating my own rations.
How many herbs and spices would you say is in this scorpion?
23.
I was about to make that joke.
And all of the scorpions were named Herb.
And spice.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I heard scorpion tastes like chicken. Is that true?
It's an insect.
I don't really know enough for the comparison, so I don't really eat chicken very often.
Me either.
Think of it more like, you ever had seafood?
Hey, GM, have I ever had seafood?
You most likely have not.
I've seen food. At least once.
I grew up near the water. I would assume I might have had seafood.
Kind of like
Yes,
shrimp.
frequently.
Like a gritty, dirty shrimp.
That sounds terrible.
I'll wait till good old Theo eats like half a bowl, and then I'll decide that it looks and smells too good to get some if nothing happens to him.
I mean, the woman also was eating the food too.
oh, she was. Oh, okay. Well,
Theo finishes
I'll-
a bowl
I'll join
and
in.
then goes for a second bowl if there's enough.
and that's when I interrupt you to get a bowl myself first.
All right, so we'll wrap you guys off as you all eat and you get ready to rest for the next course of the adventure.
Theo
there,
passes out immediately.
I imagine all the stuff there.
Yeah. No, that wasn't stressful at all.
Really?
I mean, you were kidnapped. You were thrown into a.
What would you call this, Tuesday? How often?
Look, I did all the work killing like 90%
And I
of the
found
rats.
the great and powerful weapon. I could have kept that goodness to myself.
You know what?
For the record, it is more powerful than like my like regular.
Was this in character or out of character? You realize we're gonna have to have somebody like
Oh, jeez.
like draw the what they think the Club of Forgotten Knowledge looks like.
It's fantastic.
It's just a heavy leather book binding with no pages.
And one rat tail stuck to it.
You know what it is? It's a fucking encyclopedia, is what it is.
It's got the word Britannica written on the side of it. It's an
All right,
ancient
so-
tome, no longer used.
You all are able to get a full night's rest, and you can heal up.
Yeah.
And we are going to close out here with the resting in the camp. So we're going to need to do our traditional closings. So I don't remember who was doing what.
Well, I don't remember if I was doing the Discord or the rating, but
Just pick one.
I'm gonna do the Discord. Hey everybody, If you're starting off with campaign 2, well, that's fine. We got a whole first campaign you can listen to if you get caught up on episodes, if you haven't already, or go back and listen through them. That's good for everybody. And while you're doing that, if you want to talk to us, well, there's this thing called Discord, right? And I believe there's a link in the description where you can join, and we can post memes and talk about the campaign, and you could tell us what specific book series you think the Club of Forgotten Knowledge is from. What have you. We'll all be there. And
Oh, the
Totally
Club of
same.
Forgotten Knowledge. Club of Forgotten Knowledge. That is going to be the newest, the new thing.
I'm so happy.
And while you've joined us on this, make sure you go on to your podcast of your choice and give us 5 stars if you think it's good. Don't give us 5 stars. Is that how that works? Yeah. But hey, on Discord while you're there, let us know why you gave us those stars, and we want to make this good, make it something fun we enjoy, and something everybody else enjoys also.
And if Discord isn't really your thing, you can check out any of our different social medias, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at Fate's Rest. Just hit us up. We're there. One of us will listen.
Maybe even more than one.
Maybe. And then I am going to I'm never going to do the same thing probably every single episode. I might change things up here and there. I do want to possibly do jokes, maybe some sayings once in a while. But for this one, I want to give a question for players and GMs. I want to know, what is one of the most silly and ridiculous improvised type weapons that you have as a GM given to your players, or as a player received from your GM?
Club of Forgotten
Such as,
Knowledge.
for example, the Club of Forgotten Knowledge. I want to know what kind of silliness has happened in other games, and it's always fun to hear these little weird stories that just kind of turn into the not ever going meme. So that is what I want to hear from everybody there. We will use that same channel we used previously, the topic of the week, but it's going to be a revolving situation. And as we always close out,
Love you.
We
we love you.
Bye-bye.
And goodbye.
Bye.
Bye-bye now.